Well. Just got back from picking up propane or refilling the propane tanks. We were at a place here in Surprise called Orangewood RV. And this is going to be a short video product review. So it's coming at you right after this. All right, so basically what we're going to be talking about today, I have this little propane device. These things have a magnet on the bottom, and it's from a company called Mopeka, M-O-P-E-K-A. You'll see it right there, www.mopeka.com. And these are propane tank sensors. Before, we would just guess. We ran out of propane, we were freezing at night, time to go refill. This way, there's no guessing. It Bluetooths directly to our phone. It works absolutely amazing. We were able to set a sensor. I got the 2-pack, by the way, one for each tank. There is a device that it also comes with. I don't use it, that would actually allow us to monitor from inside the RV, but the phone app is what I use, and that is awesome. Bluetooth to my phone. I have my phone set for the first tank to warn me when it gets down to 10%, because if I'm 10% before we go to bed, we'll still have gas in that tank when we wake up. The other tank gives me 20%, so that basically gives me 2 days, that following day and the next day, to go refill if need be. So they install very easily. The instructions, you got a little button on the front that you hit, that little button to Bluetooth connect it to your phone. The magnet on the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the first tank, and you'll see. So you want to make sure that the tank, the bottom of the tank is clean, and it just goes in like this, and it does not come off when it's inside. We actually drove, I forgot to pull them off. I didn't know if I need to pull them off or not, and I forgot to pull them off when we went to Las Vegas. They didn't move, they stayed, no problem. One thing I do highly recommend, I had a friend I just talked to today that actually had a propane tank stolen right out of his rig. We got these little master locks, and they work perfectly for clicking right on the strap to hold them in, so no one's going to be walking off with it. So I'm going to go ahead and install the, just put the sensor on the other tank, put it in, and we're all done. So I'll show you the app in just a second. Now, I guess I really don't have to do it, but I kind of like leaving the sensors here when I go refill the tanks, so I don't accidentally knock a sensor off from here to the where I fill them. So I just kind of stick them right to the bottom pad there and make sure it's nice and clean before I put it back on. So right on the center and then back in. So that's basically it. Let's take a look at the app. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at the app, and I have it right in here. This is my tank sensor reader, and right now I just put them back in. So the first tank has updated already to be 100%, and the second tank is still showing empty, but that will update here in a second, and it will update as full as well. So I realized that I didn't have the sensor on correctly on the tank, so I recentered it. And now we're about a week later than when I originally shot, just to kind of show you what it would look like. So right now, basically, my left tank is the tank I use first. It's the driver's side tank. Just updated a second ago. Its level now is at 35%, so it's keeping track. Level right tank 2 is at 100% because I haven't even turned that one on yet. So if I actually go ahead and click on that tank, here's the first tank, and if I tap the sprocket at the top, it gives me information about that tank. So I have a name. I just called it left tank number 1. I could call it whatever I want to call it, but it gives me the opportunity to set the tank size. Right now it's a 30-pound vertical tank. If I click on that, I can actually set it to a 20-pound vertical or a 40-pound vertical, or arbitrary will let me set it to whatever size tank I've got. I have it set to percentages. I could switch to centimeters or inches. but I wanted to percentage. It is set to 100% propane, and my notification down here is set for 12%. So when that tank gets down to 12%, it's going to alert me to my phone. And the frequency, if I slide up, is every 12 hours. I can have that every 6 hours, 12 hours, once a day, every 3 days, once a week. Well, once a week is not a good thing, especially during the winter, because I don't want to let me know. 12 hours is good. 12 hours on that first tank, or even once a day on the first tank, might not be a bad way to go. Because the first tank, once it's out, I will start up the second tank. And so I just want that to alert me. It doesn't need to be too often. So if I go back out and I now go to my second tank, I have my second tank set at, let's go ahead and hit that sprocket again. It's set to go off at 21%, because that's going to give me a couple of days to go out and get propane once it gets down to 21%. So I do want that to notify me. It's set for every 12 hours. To be honest, I'm going to set that one for every 6 hours, because I want to have this thing bug me until I go out and buy propane. So it will start bugging me every 6 hours to go refill once I get to 21%. So that is basically it. This is, once again, the Mopeka product, and it is a propane sensor, and we're going to let you know where you can find these. One thing I did forget to talk about is, where do you get them and how much are they? So actually, if you get it for just one tank, just the sensor alone for one tank, is $36.88 through Amazon. They do have a 2-tank with that other monitor for $88.88. And to be honest, that $36 is a good price, because when we bought it at Orangewood, and I think we paid at least 40 something, almost $50 for one. I went back and bought a second one because I realized I want both. But if you could go 2 sensors, 36 apiece, so just a little over $70, $72 for 2 sensors, and you don't need the LP check monitor kit. You really don't. The phone app works amazing. The app is free, and the Bluetooth connection is simple. So that would be my suggestion on that. I am not endorsed by this company. I did not get any of this stuff for free. I wish I did. I may reach out to them and see if I can get another one for say a barbecue propane tank or something, but that's another story in another video. So anyways, that's it for now, and we'll go back to my regular closer. So that's it for this episode. It's a short one, I know, but if you like this video, please go ahead and hit that subscription button. Make sure that you give me a thumbs up for good measure. Facebook and Instagram, and that notification bell to know that we post every Sunday at 2. www.ourroadtocamelot.com. Safe travels, and see you on the road. And Dawn, do you want to say anything? She's waving. I don't dare put her on camera. She's basically thinking Salancha. See you later.